On that picture, I'm gonna look frustrated as hell. How y'all doing out there? Kia Curtis, I'm glad to have you back. I'm so sorry about that. But y'all gotta realize it's Halloween. Spooky shit happens. Oh my God, man. Carrie One, what's up with you? Thank you. Ronnie Graham. Extreme Rider, what's up with you? Let me see who I can get some of the people back down here. Came back. Rashonda Haywood, we back. Yeah. I hope it stay on. I try to jab it in there. You know how you put it in, and your mama always said, if it don't fit, don't force it. But sometimes we gotta force it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta, like move it around. You know what I'm saying? And rub it against, and you gotta force it. All right, y'all. I'm sorry about that, man. You gotta laugh at some of the shit, but it's all a part of life, man. You understand? A lot of times things are gonna go wrong. Things ain't gonna happen the way you want to. I don't do this. Ain't me, bro. Y'all, like some people say they like it better when Rec was here, or some people say they like it better when he wasn't. You know what I'm saying? I like it because I don't have to do this technical stuff, man. This wasn't when I was coming up. We was outside playing ball. We was outside on the Ave, on the corners. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't doing the computer thing, man. So, I lose that, Extra Rider X, TJ. You know what I'm saying? I lose that Bum Life DVD. I lose that Star Money. You know what I'm saying? I lose that technology of it and stuff like that because I've always been like a hands-on type of job dude. I had to write my reports. When they said I had to start typing them myself, I used to pay the secretaries, especially stuff that really had to be done. They do some of the work, but I used to, I want the secretary, could you put my entries in for me in the computer? Give her $20 for lunch. She said, sure. Okay. You know what I'm saying? It was like that. What up with you, King Craig? What's up? All right. So listen. That whole night was a spooky situation from everybody, from the jump street coming out of Andre Harrell house. I'm standing around these guys and everything, and I'm telling them, yo, somebody coming to kill us tonight, because I had two gangsters tell me that somebody come kill us tonight. I had one dude who was hanging with Joe to see, y'all shouldn't go to that party. You understand? I'm telling everybody, and everybody is like they don't have nothing to worry about. Nonchalant. And the cats was like that. They wouldn't fight their way out of wet paper bag. The main dudes who acting like that, like they nonchalant, don't care, if they not hearing me, you know what I'm saying? They wouldn't fucking, they would not bust a grape in a wine factory. And at the time, Lil C's wasn't built on heat. Yo, Gene, go ahead on with that cop stuff. So everything that night was spooky. Real spooky. That's why your boy kept Nene right in his hand. But listen, that's no here nor there, man. We lost one of the greatest rappers of all time, man. And even though, Puff was my principal, I was out there and I was right there, and I wish I could have did everything, to save Big's life. That's why, I wanted to ride on the side of the car, and I'm fighting this dude for riding on. You ain't never fought me before on nothing. Why you fighting me? Spooky. Why you fighting me? Because I said I want to ride on the side of the car for a couple of blocks. Like, Gene, what you doing? I said, I'm riding on the car. No, you ain't. Yo, dog, don't tell me how to do my job. I'm riding on the car. Yo, if you don't get in, you'll never work for Bad Boy again and everything like that. Yeah. Well, listen, this is where I want to switch it over to the part where Kading wasn't there and how Kading got to be in this whole investigation thing, because everybody's trying to say that me being an eyewitness to was I wasn't an eyewitness to, or that me being an eyewitness is not credible evidence. I take that and I let them run with that. But we all know in a court of law, the eyewitness is more credible than anybody. Sometimes the eyewitness is better than the DNA. So my whole thing about it is we know that the cops who was working on that case 10 years before Greg Kading got was crooked. They were illegally taping people. They was hiding evidence. They didn't want it to fall back as if anybody in the LAPD had anything to do with Pac murder, had anything to do with Biggie's murder. They didn't want any of that stuff to go. But as time goes on, we find out different things and it blows up. Peep game. Reggie Wright gets caught in this drug conspiracy thing and they said the feds allegedly his father was involved in it too. I think. If I'm not for sure, I'm standing to be corrected. His father was a part of that whole federal investigation along with Reggie too, because it had to do with him putting money or transferring money in his father's name account or whatever conspiracy part of it. His father could have went to jail too with it. But I think Reggie took the blunt of it. And like any of us would do, we won't, if our parents had anything to do with it, but it was our initiation, we wouldn't allow them to go to jail. And we would take that. This is where it gets sticky at. I knew Reggie family because somebody told me his wife had relatives that was a part of the Great Street Crips or whatever like that. Somebody told me that way before, or they told me that Reggie was a Crip, or he had family members that was part of the Crips that was big in the Crips. And I knew that before I even started having the conversation with him. You understand? So everybody tell me, yo, Reggie this, Reggie that. Reggie's a man just like I'm a man, and I'm going to just hold on. I'm on right now. I can't talk. What's wrong? It's supposed to be one of my moderators. They calling me. Doing showtime. All right. So I had already, I'm going to talk, and we miles away. Ain't nothing hurting us to talk to the phone because I know what I saw. I know what I know, and ain't nobody going to change me. Like I told Reggie, I said, yo, Reggie, there was 2 guns in that car. And he said, yo, and Rel from 313 in Detroit, who had that show, shout out to Rel out there in Detroit. Shout out to my man KK in Detroit. Rel told me, and he was on the line with us because he made the contact. He said that, Gene, how you know it was 2 guns in the car? First of all, you got to know behavior and atmosphere. Pac said before, I ain't never going nowhere. I can't put my hand on a gun. And D King, knowing Pac attitude, knowing Pac with the situation he had that night, do you think Pac had a gun? Pac had a gun. Suge is in his, he played ball down there. So he might think, he got a little pull. A.W. Brown, Angie from Philly. So he might grab a gun too. That's what people do sometimes. Damian Simmons, Pete. So now, check this out. it was this whole big drug bust down in Memphis, Tennessee. My brother had a lot of people down that way. And I remember the time. But I didn't know the PCP and the marijuana and the coke was going through Reggie and them. So Reggie and them had a big federal case. So Greg Kading tried to act like on the murder rap, oh, we caught Reggie, and then he started flipping when the feds had already had him in the case in the whole 9 yards. But I guess to save his father from any prosecution, he said he was going to help them. Now, if you look at murder rap as a producer or something like that, Reggie get credits for that. He was on trial or he was waiting for sentencing, and they hired him as a producer for murder rap. Don't you see that's a little weird? He get caught in a drug conspiracy case. Then Greg Kading said he caught him in a case. You understand? In California. When we know it was a federal case and it was coming from Memphis. But anyway, he said he catch him in the case and everything like that. So Reg is a cooperative witness to save his father, which is understandable, and it could be deemed noble. Except to the people who say, yo, he snitched. Y'all kill me with that, man. But it is what it is. So now Reggie gets to give Kading the information about Keefe D. They said Orlando Anderson, allegedly killed Pac in the whole 9 yards. That's what they were saying. But Keefe D wasn't planted in the car. Dre wasn't planted in the car. The other guy wasn't. How did he know? Because like I said before, they were talking to Suge. They was talking, yo, Suge, what up, man? Want to holler at you, man, about my little cousin and everything. Then Pac and him get into it and stuff like that. Pac know where the guns is at because Suge told him. They in here in the car in the drop box. All you got to do is push this button, do this and do that, and it's going to pop out and the guns are right there. Reggie even said that they were scared to go pick up the car, because they knew the guns was in there. But the police didn't know that the car had a drop box. All right? So now, Reggie tell Kading everything Kading wants to hear. Because he don't know his ass from his elbows. He wasn't there part of the case 10 years ago. He got information from crooked cops, or he got partial information. He even went on a lam, which they didn't tell him, that I had a lawyer with me. The day when the police had me in the hotel, I brought a lawyer with me. And she was a high-profile lawyer. She was one of the governor's lawyer of New York. I ain't going to tell you which governor, but she was one of the governor's lawyers from New York. And she kept notes. And she said, you don't have to answer that, or you can answer that, or this, that, and the third. And when the tape clicked off, when they had hid it under the cover, they looked at each other like this. Like, y'all taping me, man? I mean, and y'all taping me without my permission? That's against the law in New York. But it seems like California police are always breaking the law somewhere. I ain't saying New York no better. Hollywood, what's going on? Love 3 and loyalty. Salute to you. So now, Reggie give him the scenario. Nobody knew Dre was in the car. Nobody went back and saying that. That wasn't part of the investigation when they first come out. Nobody said the other guy who was driving. They didn't give that. They said Orlando Anderson. They didn't even say Keefe D. But when Reg got pinched, he became a cooperative witness in both of the cases as far as Kading was concerned. He gonna only give you what he want to give you. You're gonna believe him because his scenario will help you close the case against the LAPD. Because if they ever wanted to solve Biggie's case, you and nobody can't tell me that they had black folks, African Americans, come up in that museum and they ain't have every last one of those surveillance cameras working. They knew who was coming. They knew who they was servicing. And they knew they was around cars cost millions of dollars. So you can't tell me they have all those cameras working. That's why they don't want y'all to know, or they want y'all to believe that it was a drive-by. The cars was driving down the street, and then Big them stopped at the light. The guy stopped, pop, 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 and went right there. They don't want you to know that that car was planted right there. Because that surveillance tape will show you the people who was going to that car, coming back from that car. Going to that car, coming back to that car. They never showed any other surveillance around that museum on the side that we was on. Now, in this part 2, and some of y'all just coming on to this, is that, and I said, while we was driving to the hospital, which the hospital was 2 blocks away, but we went to a hospital that was 30 minutes away, the lady said to Puff, if you want your friend to live, stop the car where you at, and the ambulance will be there. He said, we can't do that. We in the car behind them like, where the F are they going? Now, all that transpired and what I talked about that in the first part of this. Now, Kading got his information from Pac and all that stuff and Keefe D and them from Reggie. He got his information about Buntree and all that other stuff from Reggie. Because now, if you ask that girl and you get her on tape, she ain't say all the stuff he said in that letter and all this other stuff like that. Why is everybody, even Keefe D, changing what they told Kading? Katie wasn't around. I had to let y'all know he has to let He has to get the LAPD off the hook. Extreme Right, a salute for that super chat. Thank you. That's his whole purpose. Is to get the LAPD off. Because there's no way that you don't question all the witnesses. Spooky. And you're a lead investigator. And then you start telling lies on the witnesses. Little Caesar's so drunk and high out of his mind, he don't know what he saw. They were scared and ran. Was you there? I don't think we had no white boys in our car. I don't think they had no white boys in their car. Nah, they ain't had none. Wasn't even there. But he has evidence. If somebody is going to make up letters, lie like the witnesses, you ain't going to believe nothing they say in court. Because they're going to bring up all the stuff that you've done. Let me see where we at. Assassin BX. Yeah, he just got locked up for that. He's going to do like 18 months. Pac-Man, you say no more Diddy. His name is Brother Love. Okay, man. That's that demon in him, y'all. It's telling him all that crazy stuff. Want to bring the people in. Jai said he always asks Lil C's what happened. Jai, next time ask him, did Gene tell y'all that somebody's gonna come kill y'all at night, and see what he said? Did Gene come out the door and say, yo, Big, somebody gonna come kill us, trying to kill us tonight, man. We go to this party. If you got contact with him like that, Jai, ask him that for me. Yeah, Miss, that's Vakisha Murray. Yeah, he's a part of it. But, you know, they're going to play the part they want to play. All right, Mr. Davis, Andre Davis, thanks for watching the ads. If they putting something on there, because I don't even think they put ads on mine. Michelle Green. I'm thanking everybody, man, for going to my PayPal, Big Jeans 52, and my Super Chat. I mean, Cash App, Big Gene 52. I appreciate y'all for doing that, man. I'm trying to get my studio together as we speak. Boss Don P. Yo, Boss Don P, don't you know one Murder Rap got $6.5 million for that crap, and the other people got $12 million for that crap to do those things, and they didn't even get it right. They lied to the people. They was able to. I'm not going to say allegedly. Some of the stuff was false. Even the part that they played about the car, stuff like that, they try to make it seem like, oh, listen here. The white car that they try to say that came in from that way is a lie. The white car was on the other side of the street. That was Biggie'S man from Philly. I guess they drove off to California. That was Biggie'S man from Philly. He came and he was trying to follow us to the party. So he was on the other side of the street. And he tried to get behind Big's car. The police and Paul get out the car and try to stop him. Right? Like, what you doing? He be so, I don't know what the guy with us. Why you getting tough on him? And the dude, he right outside the car. Paul could have lit the dude ass up who was shooting big. Because all he had to do was run on the side and bop, 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 and chase right there. After the first shot, pop. Oh, he got one. Now dude, if Paul run around and start shooting in the back of the car where the guy's at, what he gonna do? He gonna duck. He ain't gonna take those other shots. Instead of him taking his time shooting big 5 times in the car, separate the men from the boys. You gangster. You gangster till it start coming at you. Yeah, he lost, man. All them drugs and stuff that he do now, and pills and everything like that. Allegedly. Okay. So now they get all their information. And I was going to tell Reg this, before he had went away. And then I said, nah, I ain't going to say nothing. I'm going to save it for later. But he knew I knew. Because I told him. I said, Reg, I'm not dealing with you, man, because you fucking with them white boys like that. That's what I told him. But I know Kading had got all his information from Reggie. Because ain't no cop that super. Let me just tell you something. It's some guys that don't never want to go back to jail, but they still want to do dirt. As a parole officer, we used to have guys come in there and they be dirty. And they'll say, yo, Mr. D, or tell one of the other parole officers, it's a guy outside in the waiting room. He brought all his work off the street. Right? He brought all his work off the street. Now, this guy's dirty for marijuana. He might be going to jail. Or he might be getting into a program. But he didn't give somebody that information just to give him off. So what we do, we shut down the whole waiting room. We take like 10 officers, put them in the waiting room on each aisle, in the front, and tell everybody, take your hands, fold them up, put them behind your head. Now, they search everybody. We found knives, shanks, weed, work, crack, all that stuff. Just because this one dude don't want to get locked up for marijuana. 5, 6, 7 guys going to jail that night. Some who got those little shanks, little knives on them, they need them because they're going in their neighborhood. It is what it is. Dudes don't put them up fair. They don't put them up fair no more. So they might need some of that to get home. We didn't know that. Somebody got to tell it. And I'm not saying ain't nothing wrong with somebody telling, because I ran this class at Watley High School. Right? So I'm not saying Reggie was wrong for telling, and Reggie was wrong getting his father out that situation and telling Kading that stuff. But he knew it was bull crap what he was telling them. He was only trying to suffice, he was sacrificing himself for his father. And he was only telling them the information that they wanted to know to use to get the LAPD out of trouble. The people who played a part of it. In Biggie'S murder. That's where we at. So now, what do Kading do? He played a super cop. He ain't never did nothing right. As far as the stuff that I've seen, lied to a federal judge. Another decorated cop got on YouTube talking about that. He lied on the lead investigator for the FBI, talked bad about him. You talking bad about everybody who disagree with your case. He talked bad about Russell Poole. Everybody who disagree with your case, all these people come up from the evidence that they gather, and they say LAPD has something to do with Biggie's death. Some of the workers that they had that was working for Suge Knight and worked for LAPD, they had something to do with Biggie's death. Yo, to have it where everybody's on this side of the museum and we can only go out on that side where it's secluded and they gunmen is over there. Gangbangers don't do that. They don't set that up. They don't set that up like that. You and I both know that. Yo, let me say another thing, man. Everything I'm learning from this, I'm learning from Rec. I'm learning from Anthony Jones and you guys. So when I say get the likes up and everything like that, don't think that I'm begging or I'm pleading for somebody. Maybe people just forget to push their like button if they don't like it or they like it or whatever like that. You understand? But they tell me, yo, Gene, they have to push the like button because that gets your show recommended for other viewers to go see it. You understand? Yo, my goal in this is to get this platform or get a platform big enough so I can tell my side of it and it gets to the same amount of people that they told their side to. And I'm going to need y'all help to do that. I want my platform to be whereas that enough people come on here or enough people go and read some of my stuff that they say, yo, what he's saying make kind of sense. Why they didn't get all the surveillance camera from the museum and from the businesses over there so we could see the cars that was parked there and the people who was coming back and forth to that car that was parked on the corner. Makes a little sense, Pete. Ain't that right? Yeah, Pete, I don't know why they ain't believe me. Yeah, Marcus, Pac was a real one. Mr. Smitty, what's going on with you? Out there in Stockbridge, GA, aka the Bridge. Okay. Nobody, listen. When we ran through the light, I opened the door. Kenny stumped it going the opposite direction of the shooting. Man, listen to me. I ain't jumping out of a moving car going that fast. The only one could have shot was Paul. And I kept one in the chamber for him. So he ain't had to even knock it. All he had to do was pull it. I keep them in the chamber, baby. They stay in the chamber. I'm not playing that click, click. Nah. I'm not pop. If I'm doing that, that's because one jam. You gunmen know. You gunmen know. When that jam hit that bottom, get that out of there. Get that out of there. Get it out of there. You practice like you play. That jam, hit it. Get it out of there. Go to Rich. Go, keep going. And then if it ain't going, drop it. If you ain't got another one, drop it. You understand? Take this, put it right there, put it back. Put it back. Go to work. That separates the men from the boys. What up, Greg? Greg Smith? Cold Dirty Bastard. What's up with you, boy? All right. Marquise 22. Wow. Oh. So I guess y'all jumping back to Choke. You know what I'm saying? Choke gonna be a star. That's a boy. He went out to Hollywood. I was like, yo, man, listen to me, man. I don't have no inklings of being no personality, no what you get right here with me, man. I'm in the comfort of my own home. I come to y'all, I feel good. Let me hear what some of y'all saying because I want to know. And listen here. On y'all leave y'all message on the other phone and I'll get back to you guys. On Tuesday, I'm gonna go live with a story. I'm gonna probably tell 2 stories, you understand, about Stevie J and Faith. You know what I'm saying? Because of what contact they had after Big's death. You understand? And what I know, and now they married together, stuff like that. And I'm gonna tell another story, but it has to probably do some bad boy stuff like that. Yeah, on that level, I'm gonna do that. And then I'm gonna take phone calls for about 10, 15 minutes. But if you have a message, leave a message and I'll put it into the program and I might call you back to see if you want to talk on that. All right? So that's what that's at right there. Baby X, I'll ask quick my damn self, family ties. Okay. Baby X, you know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, if you want to know, Quick said that shit. And he know I seen him because dude grabbed me, talking about Gene. I'm like, yo, I'm finna go see what Gene, we gotta go. They finna take Big to the hospital. He know he said it. He might lie and put it on his mama if he care. If he don't, you know, he don't care about that. But I know. And he know he said it. Yo, bro, let me just tell you something, man. Listen here. I need y'all to do me a favor because my platform doesn't reach the 12, 13-year-old and young cats like that because, you know, this is something that's a little bit more mature. If I'm not talking about getting at somebody or I want to see you so we can throw up the guns and all that other dumb shit, you understand? It doesn't get you. They don't stay on this platform. But we need to start challenging our young men out there, the young kids is in school. Yo, go to school or go to a trade school or whatever you want to do in life, man, and try to become great at what you want to do. You understand? To the point where it's that, you know, if you know that you got a kid that's got a spelling test, say, yo, when you go to school, tell your friend that you're going to outspell him. You're going to get 100 on the test. See what he going to do. If you got a math test, you tell your kid to tell the dude, say, one of his friends, yo, I bet you I get an 80 or I get a 100 on this test. What you going to get? Start challenging each other. You understand? So each one of them can start learning how to be great. You understand? They do it on these little video games. They do it when they play them. Start doing it in their schoolwork, man. Have your kids start challenging their friends on their schoolwork so they could become greater together. See, they try to put us into the projects and they try to put us in housing complex and saying that if we put 10 ignorant people on this floor and we got 1 or 2 families, then maybe their kids will be ignorant with them too. You get it? So what we got to start doing, we got to start taking away the poison, man. Yo, let me just tell you something, man. I was one of those kids that was poisoned, but I was smart because I had an aunt that used to beat the hell out of me because I wrote with my right hand and I was left-handed. And I had to learn how to write with my left hand, my right hand, so I hold my pencil like this. When I hold a pen, I put it right through my fingers and I hold it like this. And people look at it like I'm retarded. Why you hold your pencil like that? Because I was beaten as a kid because I was left-handed, so I never learned how to use my left hand to write with, but I do everything else with my left hand. So now they say I'm ambidextrous because I can write with my right hand. I'm saying this to say to you guys is that I was one of those kids that had to be challenged because I had the brains. But by that being challenged and doing those things, it helped me to realize I had a great memory. So I could memorize my work. I'm not saying that was smart, but it got me through junior high, high school, and it got me through college. We got to start that, man, with those youngins, because I just seen these guys here in New York. They beat a 15, 18 years old. They beat a 79 man down in the hospital and like crazy. They lucky as let me tell you, they lucky as Irish shit from a leprechaun. Let me tell you something, man, because if I was there, listen, they mama wouldn't even know them. I couldn't get that lucky. They was luckier than Irish shit from a leprechaun. Yo, I couldn't get that lucky to be there. Because I'm not going to see nobody do nothing to no elderly person or no woman like that out there in the street. Sometimes, we got to mind our business. But those are like 2 things, man. It's hard for me to mind my business, man. That's my business. I'm going to make it my business. I know I jumped off on some other stuff, man. I'm passionate somewhat a little bit about this. Yo, D-Scrap Music. I said big last words were, and Lucy's, I don't understand. I'm standing right in front of Big. And before they took off, Kenny said, Big, I'm going to get you to the hospital. Big said, just do it. And then he closed his eye. And I said, don't y'all let him close his eye. Keep him up. Whatever y'all do, keep him up. Do not let him go to sleep. Talk to him, shake him, do something. Do not let him go to sleep. Smack. And then they took off. So these scrapper music, that was Big last words, bro. Chelsea Shambell. Back to you, Chelsea. All right. Let me see. So I got this thing working on a little bit. So Greg Kading got all his information from Reggie. He wasn't around at all. You understand? Reggie told Greg Kading what he needed to tell him to save his father and himself. And to get the little time, he became a cooperating witness. We know that he's in jail for that. He's going to do his time. He's going to come back out and give a show all about me or all about this, that, and the third, the whole 9 yards. But he know what I'm talking about is true. And he might come out and say what he told Greg Kading was a bunch of bull. Because I don't think Greg them paid him right on the information that he gave him anyway. Yeah, man. Yo, Nola Austin. Yo, let me just tell you something. And I said this in the last show. That was a that was I'm trying to get the words correctly. I know it's paradox, but it was a prolific. Oh, it escapes me right now. But for me telling Big that night, I was going to remember and writing it on a piece of paper and saying it to him. And I'm saying, I'll remember. And then the fact that he told Kenny, just do it. And y'all should have seen Big face when he smiled around and looked at me because I was standing on the side of him and he just stared at me and looked at him. Yo, how could you be happy and that horrified all at the same time in the same night? He was that happy and that horrified in the same night. So we know this Uncle Gene section right here is going to be about, and I said this before, but I think I need to reiterate on this. Failure to prepare is preparing to fail. I need everybody who looking to be something or someone and looking to do something positive in their life to just get a piece of paper and write down what they want to do and where they see themselves at and what they trying to accomplish. Just 5 different things. Write it down on a piece of paper because I did it. At one time, I said when I got out of college, I said I wanted to work a job, have a family, have my kids, buy a house, all that American dream bullshit. I did it. And don't think I had a good, I was a good time maker. When you look at the book, you're going to like, when you read my book, you're going to say, yo, how did this dude make it through this stuff? And still was in the streets and being around these type of people doing this and doing that. And how did he make it? It ain't hard to tell. You got to believe and have God in your life. But you got to prepare yourself because failure to prepare is preparing to fail. Failure to prepare is preparing to fail. So y'all take a piece of paper and a pen and you write down 5 different things that you know you want to do, what you have. Yo, I accomplished all that. But I still find myself. I'm looking to see what I want to do in my next phase of life. I'm trying to figure out what I'm finna do it myself. I'm not telling y'all something to do that I'm not gonna do myself. I accomplished all the things that I wanted to accomplish. I said I wanted to do, and a little bit more. Like they said, you reach for the moon, you might catch a star. I need y'all to write those things down. And when you write those things down, see which one that you can accomplish first and go after that one. so you can hurry up and scratch that on off the list. And if you know somebody that you can help, do what you can. But put yourself first. And then you see what you could do for somebody else. As long as you're doing it from your heart, everything will be all right. I really appreciate y'all being here with me. Like I said, on Sundays, we're going to have a conversation. I'm going to tell a couple of stories, and I'm going to get out right there. I might cook a little something. I got to finish this spinach and these damn beans, these lima beans. Dude had me cook all them lima beans, man. He ain't even here to eat them. Alex, what's good with you? Yo, any of my moderators, if y'all took off plenty uh, pussy, would y'all please put them back on, man? Listen here, man. I want everybody to come here. As long as they ain't not disrespectful and cursing other people off and being crazy like that, leave them alone, man. Whether they hate or not, they still support. Because they come here and watch me, they support and they hate me and love me at the same time. Are you Irish but you don't have no leprechaun shit? Because you ain't no leprechaun. What's that, Eon Cook? You Irish, okay? I said leprechaun. I was speaking about the leprechauns, man. We wasn't talking about you. And if you had leprechaun shit, you'd be lucky. That's my little cousin. I'm online right now, Sonia. All right? I'm going to call you right back later. Yeah. Skin tight 70. That's what I'm trying to tell him, man. He always got something. You got to let him know I'm Irish. Pharaoh Lawlessness 1, was you there? He said Baby Lane killed Pac, but get out of here, man. Baby Lane ain't killed Pac, bro. Baby Lane ain't killed no Pac. Yo, let me just tell you something, bro. This how you got to use your nuggets sometimes. Suge love Pac. You understand? I don't care what nobody said. He took him to another level. He was showing it. Now he might have did whatever said in a financial situation. I don't know nothing about that, but he had love for Pac. He went and took money from some people to get Pac out of jail that and Pac had to show and prove. You understand? He went and took some money and got Pac out of jail. And you got to have love for a dude to do some stuff like that and put your life and your family on the line. And ain't no way that he was going to give somebody $60,000 who killed Pac to save him. There's no way he was going to get somebody $60,000 to save himself and they killed Pac. Get out of here, man. Use your nugget. Taj, what's going on? Miss Curtis, Kenya Curtis, thank you. I appreciate that. Yo, y'all go check out Kirk Burrow channel, man, please. And y'all ask him some of the questions about me. He gonna tell you I was an asshole. You understand? But I had people in the street and that love me. I mean love me. I had 2 legitimate hits out from my life. From one crew that was responsible for 58% of the murders in Harlem. And through the love of the streets, parole officer Deal didn't get killed because Big Gene was he. They was the same person. And they didn't know it. So I want to tell y'all to do, go prepare yourself, man, for the next phase of y'all life or whatever y'all want to do in y'all life. Thank you for being right here with me today. Yo, Kenny B, stand up, my dude. You too, Queen, Nimi. Kenya Curtis, thank you for saying this was a good reflection. And Third Degree Burns, thank you for letting the people know to hit the like button, man. Uh, they did all right today. All love to you, Miss Dickerson. Yep. Who I got out there? DJD 528-360. I can do the same thing with both hands. I could write with this hand. I could write with that hand. I could shoot with this hand. I could shoot with this hand. I could wave with this hand. I could wave with this hand. I could wave with both hands. Eyes are ambidextrous, okay? I was telling them that I'm naturally left-handed, but they made me do everything with my right hand because they said left-handed kids was devil child. Country backwood porch. All right, y'all. Y'all been fun. Thank y'all, man, for getting me through this night. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate everything y'all been doing, man. Y'all take care. And Alex Zera, what's good with you? And y'all be good. It's been Big Gene from Raw Deal, the last big night. We know how we do it. You know what I'm saying? If they don't fuck with you, fuck them and feed them beans. Bow. And we're going to stay blessed and Chaz up. And if you got a problem with it, nip it in the bud. Y'all be good. Thank you. Appreciate your time.